S is a huge contemporary warehouse. The unique architecture is based on 19th century warehouses that are typical for the city and the Mass district. By stacking the museum rooms on top of each other and turning them a quarter turn each time, an impressive spiral tower is created. This boulevard leads you up past all the museum rooms. A breathtaking panorama of Antwerp awaits you at the top.
The design by the architect Zaha Hadid was chosen to be built on top of the already existing fire station. The construction of the design began in October 2007 and was officially completed in September 2016. You can visit the building. Buying tickets in advance is mandatory. The tour is only available in Dutch and costs €10 per person. You have to be at least older than 6 in order to visit. It's a 25-minute walk from the Mass which we already visited before.
In an architecture that takes shape over such a long period of time, the changing image of time is contained. Steinen devised a unique cultural infrastructure for Flanders. His building has incorporated modifications and extensions without losing its individuality. When the need for a new adaptation and expansion arose in 1995, the challenge was immediately clear: how to deal with this unique modern monument without harming it. Or, in the spirit of Leon Steinen himself, how to prepare this building complex for the future and thereby enrich it.
Hello, we are here today at the Groep Library in Ghent. This is our first stop of today, but as you can see, it's unfortunately closed. The Groep Library was completed in 2017 and it was designed by José and Goris architects. The Crook is a large-scale urban renewal project that combines knowledge, culture and innovative entrepreneurship. It is a meeting place for all the Ghentians. Hey everyone, this is our last stop here in Ghent. This is called the Market Hall. It's oriented between two Gothic churches in the city center of Ghent. It's designed by Robrecht and Daans architects. But early it used to be designed to be an administrative center in the late 1930s. But they never built it and they decided to make a parking lot of it. But went to evolve the city center into more urban space, and they decided to recreate a public space that connects the two squares where the churches are to each other.
Yep. Our second stop in Ghent is the Book Tower. For the moment they are doing renovations, so it's still closed. The architect is Henri van de Velde and the building was completed in 1939. It's one of the most famous buildings in Ghent and is originally a storage building for books.
So here we are at our last stop in Brussels. This is the Victor Horta Museum. This was formerly known as his personal house and also his personal workshop. As you can see, it's also Art Nouveau style. It's located outside a bit of central Brussels. It's actually in St. Gilles. Yeah. Unfortunately, we could not go inside the Victor Horta Museum due to the COVID restrictions. But much of the interior decoration was preserved, such as the mosaics, the stained glass windows and the furniture.
Our first stop in Brussels is Tour and Taxes. It's a complex with several buildings. It used to be storage buildings for goods for the harbor. There are several shops inside one of the buildings of taxis.
Hello, today we are here at our second stop in Brussels. This is called the Bazaar, or also called as the Palace of Fine Arts. This building is an Art Nouveau building built by Victor Horta. It is in the heart of Brussels, between the upper Brussels and lower Brussels.
This is the backside of the building of the Bazaar.
As you can see, the upper floor on the ground level is higher than actually over here, because it's built on an elevated surface.
I'm now standing in front of the Museum of Beaux-Arts. It's built by Victor Horta, the architect, famous architect. It's built around 1920, 1930, and you can see it, this building right here.
This is the only museum ever designed by the architect Victor Horta. Originally designed in the shape of a turtle, it is an intriguing example of transition between Art Nouveau and the modern art of Art Deco.
Behind me there's a building of Georges Duporet, and this was a building made in his prime years of Art Nouveau. This building was built in 1902, and this is it. Very beautiful building, gold touches and beautiful stone. And it's for not for sale, but for rent. So if you want to, you can go rent it. I'm here at the Faculty of Architecture of the University of Louvain in Deurne. Now you see old buildings everywhere, but behind me there's a very modern piece of architecture, as you can see. Very nice geometric volumes, and inside you can see some work of the students.
The Portuguese architectural brothers Manuel and Francisco Aires Mateus, best known for their clean designs in their homelands, won the UCL architecture competition, which was launched in 2014.